This is my voice pre-T.
This is my voice a little over 1 month on T.
This is my voice a little over 2 months on testosterone.
This is my voice 3 months on testosterone. This is my voice a little over 4 months on testosterone. This is my voice 5 months on testosterone.
Hey guys, what's up? August here. This is my 5.5 months on testosterone update video. My last video was from my first shot of testosterone, and I said I was gonna make videos every week. Those were the days when I thought I would actually do that and be motivated to. Yeah, that didn't happen at all. I wish it did. I actually filmed an entire 3-month update, started editing it, hated it. Didn't do anything with the footage, so there you go. I tried, it didn't work out. Hopefully this goes better. So I just want to let you guys know what's going on. 5.5 months on T. I guess the biggest change so far physically has been my voice drop. I personally can't hear it, but everybody else can, and if I listen back to old videos, I can definitely hear the difference now. But when I'm just like talking, it feels the same. There was like a small period of time at the beginning when I was just like a couple months and it was starting to drop that I could kind of hear a difference. I would like wake up in the morning and I would go to talk and it was like I didn't recognize my own voice, which for anyone who's thinking about starting T, not many people tell you that. It's a little bit creepy because you wake up and you go to talk to someone and you're like, what? That was me? And you're like, what is going on? It's a little weird, but you get used to it, and I love my voice now. It's super cool because I can go really, really low, and that's cool. So anytime anyone says something to me, I just be like, yeah, cool, thanks. Like, I don't know, it's just fun. I can go deeper than I could before. So I think that's been the biggest change. Second biggest change, hair growth. Hair is everywhere. Especially for me, and that's not always how it happens. If you're watching this, once again, thinking about going on T, it's not always how it works. But I'm 5.5 months on T, and I don't know if you can see it. I have facial hair coming in like crazy. It's all over my neck. Oh, and this leads me into my other physical change. Acne. Frickin' acne. Like, I had some acne before T, but it wasn't bad, really. Like, I used a face wash, used some creams, no problem, little bump every now and again, but now it's like all over the place, especially where my beard is coming in. So that's fun. You know, it is what it is. Get the changes you want, and some things come with it that you don't want. Whatever. Some other changes that have been kind of weird that I kind of noticed, but it's like it's not enough time on T for me to be sure what's happening. There's been like, I guess, some fat redistribution like in my stomach. That sounds weird, I guess, if you're not trans and you don't know what testosterone does to your body or hormones in general. But the upper part of my stomach has gotten like tougher or like harder, if that makes sense. And it's like my stomach, it's like redistributing it up. So instead of like having, I guess, more like a feminine body shape with like my stomach is like redistributing, so I'm like more like that. At least that's how it feels, but it's not like soon enough to see a difference, I don't think. I can just kind of like feel it when I touch my own stomach. But bigger than that has definitely been my feet are wider, which is awesome because my feet were already wide. Like, I'm like a hobbit. Like, my feet are short but wide. Maybe that's like a dwarf. I think it's more like a hobbit, but their feet are really hairy. Mine are starting to get hairy. Like I said, hair everywhere. So that's kind of a pain because I bought a bunch of shoes and now they don't really fit because my foot is growing sideways.
Though I'm not likely to grow anymore, except sideways.
And the same kind of happens to your hands. Like, I've always had like small hands but big palms, but my palm has gotten bigger And I think my fingers have gotten like whiter, but like I said, they were always kind of pudgy. Muscle? Yeah, so I'm gonna talk about this a little bit for anyone who's thinking about going on testosterone or is on testosterone in the beginning. Because I watched another video actually and they touched on this, and I think it's really important. A lot of people think that when they start testosterone, they're gonna lose a bunch of weight and they're gonna slim down. Not true at all. I'm like a pretty big guy. I didn't like magically slim down overnight. And I mean, like, I haven't been on testosterone for years or anything. But if anything, I want to dispel that myth and say something new. It actually makes you gain weight, which some people have said. But in this video that I was watching, and I can link it in the description, this guy talks about how a bunch of people assume that when they get on T, they'll lose a bunch of weight and they'll build a bunch of muscle and they'll just be like big, buff, trans guys. That's not true. That's true for some people, and it's true for the majority of the trans people that we see, especially trans guys. Like, that's what we are accustomed to seeing, so that's how we assume it is, and that's not how it is for everyone. And that's fine. It's just knowing that your experience with testosterone is not going to be the same as everyone else's. And that's important, because nobody's transition is the same. It's all different because we're all different people. But yeah, muscle is a lot easier to gain on testosterone. At least that's how I feel. I was always like my shoulders have always been like really strong. Like I have really big traps and my biceps are pretty big. So I was fine with that from the beginning, but they've gotten bigger since testosterone for sure. But it's not something that like yeah, a little just happens from like doing stuff. But I mean, like, I'm still working for it. Like, it's not magical. Testosterone is not a magical drug. It's not gonna automatically make you fucking John Cena. That's not gonna happen. It would be cool, but it's not gonna happen. You gotta kind of like work for it if it's what you want. And if it's not, that's cool. Just be prepared for the changes that will happen on T and for the ones that won't. Okay, so really quick, I want to talk a little bit about transitioning in public, which is something I spent a lot of time thinking about before I came out and started medically transitioning, because I knew did you hear that? Jesus. Get that down. That was way too high. I knew that there would be points in time where my gender to other people in public spaces, maybe people that I don't know, wasn't clear. And I'd already experienced some of that before I started medically transitioning, and it was fine, but I knew that when I started testosterone, I would start to get facial hair, my voice would drop, but since I'm pre-surgery, I would still have some semblance of a chest if I wasn't binding. I'm binding right now, so it's flatter. I want to talk about that because I didn't see that a lot before I decided to go on T and stuff, because a lot of the guys that I watched before I started testosterone and started my transition, they were all passing like pre-T, and I didn't. I passed some of the time, but not all the time, and it was something I was really concerned about. But for me, in that area, testosterone has been awesome. Like I said, my voice has dropped. I have facial hair, and so I don't really get misgendered anymore. People look at me, that's it. Yes, sir. How can I help you, sir? There's no, like, problem there. Also, if you hear that noise, there's a dog sleeping on the floor, and he's snoring. Hey, Gentry. Anyways, so that was something I was really concerned about, transitioning in public, and how people would perceive me and what they would think, and that's kind of, I think that's in a lot of our minds, being, trans people. If you're trans and you're watching this, we are worried about how we're perceived, because that's a big part of gender. Gender is how other people view us, and then how they refer to us, specifically in our culture and in the English language, since we have pronouns dependent upon gender. So that's a big deal. It was something I was really concerned about. And I have like a big chest, and like I said, I'm pre-top surgery. Wow, that just like left my brain. I'm pre-op. And it took me a long time to find a binder that works for me. And binding for a really long time causes me a lot of pain in my ribs and my back. And so I try to do it not all the time because I don't want to cause any serious damage to my body. And so that was something I was really concerned about. I was like, what happens when I'm not binding and I'm transitioning and my voice is deep and I have a beard and that's so stressful? Well, I'm here to say, I know it's uncomfortable, but when I have had to go out and not bind, I haven't had a problem. Most of the time, people just take a look at you. They see that if you're masculine presenting and that's how you want to present, whatever, and you have facial hair and you have a deep voice, they're not going to think twice about it. So that's pretty cool. I'm not saying that's for everyone. That's been my experience. And if you're similar to me in some aspects, I'm just trying to like encourage you that it will be okay with some time. And yeah, there's some awkward months in there, and I'm still kind of in some awkward months, but it gets better, and it's continuing to get better, which is awesome. So there you go. There's a little motivational speech. All I want to say is I'm hoping to make more videos on my channel. I really want to get my YouTube up and running. I want to make some vlogs and that kind of stuff. I have some stuff I filmed, I just haven't edited it together yet. So hopefully I'll be doing that soon. And I want to make more updates and more videos just about trans topics in general. So hopefully I'll be able to continue doing this, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to, and you like what I have to say. Bye.